Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to use the Piano Roll and the Microscope to edit sequenced drums inside the Roland Fantom. So in the previous videos, we've been working on drums inside the Fantom sequencer. And in the last video, we created this drum pattern using real-time recording in combination with TR-Rec. Take a listen. Now we have that how we want it, but maybe we want to do a little bit more editing. And in the last video, we showed how to edit a little bit by selecting or deselecting notes or steps using TR-Rec. Here's another way we can edit this drum. So I'm going to go into Pattern Utility, just press it right here. And I'm going to press Edit here at the top. And as you see, I get two different types of editing, Piano Roll and Microscope. So let's take a look first at Piano Roll editing. So I'm going to go ahead and press down. So as you see, it puts it in a piano roll, so we can come into here and just press play. And you can see everything that's going on, so we can just kind of touch the individual notes that we want to. So as you can see, I can come into these notes and do some editing right here. So I can adjust the duration of a note, where I want it to start or how long I want it to be. The velocity, maybe it's a little bit too loud. I can adjust the individual note. And if you look right here at the bottom, you can actually see me adjusting it. So I can actually come into here and adjust it. If I want, I can zoom. Maybe I can't see very clearly. I can zoom horizontally so I can get a little bit better look. So I can stretch it across. Also, maybe if I want to, I can zoom vertically so I can pinch it in or out so I can get really nice and in there. So it's a nice, easy view. Also, I can come in and touch on the screen, don't select a note, and I can move it as needed right here. So that's something that's real cool. And depending on the length of the pattern, I can go ahead and see anywhere from 1 measure up to 32 measures. But in this example, we're only using 1 measure. So that's pretty good. I got that there. And then I can adjust the grid. Right now, it's set on quarter notes, so I can do 1/8 notes, 12 notes, 16th notes, whatever I want. So we can get really down in there if we want to. So that's something that's real good. And by 16th notes, maybe I want to get in there a little bit more of the horizontal kind of view and really dig in. So that makes it real nice. In here, I can adjust different things like the duration of the note. And you see I accidentally added a note, no problem. Undo. And that's the note I didn't want. No problem. I can come into here, press erase, and it's gone. If I wanted to also, I can select a note right here, and I can adjust the duration of that note. So I can stretch a note out, and maybe if I want to, pull it back right in here. If I wanted to, I could take the note, select move, and I can move that note wherever I want. Okay. Also, if I wanted to, if it's already selected, I can go ahead and hit draw, and I can draw a note in here, whatever I want, right in here. So I can draw notes, and if it turns out I didn't mean to do that, I can go ahead and erase. So I can come up to this note, and I can go ahead and erase it. So not a big deal. It's kind of fun way if you wanted to go in here and make adjustments, maybe add little things, or maybe go in and copy. So I can just go ahead and select on this note. I can hit copy right there, and then I can come in here and kind of adjust and paste it in there. So it makes it a real fun way to kind of go in here. And then if I press right here at the top, you see the little squiggly line, I can come into here and adjust other different things. Like if I can adjust a lot of different CCs in here, maybe my panning or my volume or how it goes over. So maybe as this is playing, I could have panning. So I could come in here and I can say, you know what, let's go ahead and draw a little bit of panning right in here. And so I can just press play, and I can have it go ahead and pan. I can do it in more of a straight kind of way. So I can have it go from here to there. So whatever I want. So it's going to go up right to there. Or I can just undo it. Whatever I want. Or I can just go ahead and just draw the individual points in here. And on this right now, my target is panning, but if I wanted to, I could do it for overall volume. So I can say, okay, let's go to volume. And we can come into here and say, you know what, I want to adjust the volume, and I might want to just draw it in. And I can adjust the horizontal view. So I can come into here and say, okay, I want to have you just like this. And let's press play. No problem. I can always undo that, and maybe I'll start in the middle, have it kind of come down back and forth, and right there. And let's give that a listen. Now, as you can see, that's more of an extreme way, and if we look further at the target, you see I have a lot of options I can do. Maybe we can do things like resonance, which when we do a synthesizer in the same example, we maybe could do some resonance in there and some cutoff. So you can really get in there and make adjustments right here. Just draw them right in here with the piano roll, and you can come up with some really interesting musical ideas. All right, so I want you guys to go ahead and do a little bit of exploration of this, and this can be a lot of fun. And remember, this is just for that particular pattern that we are editing. So we can have different adjustments depending on what pattern we choose. So this doesn't have to be global. This can be per pattern. All right, let's exit. Let's take a look at another one. So once again, I'm going to go ahead this time, and I'm going to exit one time, and I'm going to choose this guy. Okay, because we did edit this one, and you can hear some of the volume. Kind of fun. So I'm going to start with this one, and once again, I'm going to go to Pattern Utility. I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to go to Microscope. So this is another way to edit, but check this out. We actually get a piano roll kind of look here, but then also we can go down here and go note by note. And so we can adjust maybe the volume of different notes, different pannings, whatever we want right in here. And we can go ahead and automate some things as well too. So if I want to, I can come in here and I can choose what I want to view. If I only want to view notes, I can turn everything off, and I can just pick only the things I want to do. So maybe I only want to hear the notes. Very cool. And if you look over here, as I use my cursor, we can go ahead and move. It's telling us what note that is. So very easy to edit. So I can go ahead, if I don't want to touch the screen, I can go ahead and move up and down just like this, and just get it exactly where I want it. Let's move it back down. So we'll move it back down. Okay. I can also come into this next one, and this is the velocity. This is how hard we struck the key to get it, and that's what the on velocity means. So I can go ahead and either turn it here or right here. So if you have that snare drum or something that's really just punching out and you want to bring it back and you want to go into the microscope, this is a great, easy way to do it. So I like this way. Also, we can go on here, right here, we can go ahead and adjust the duration. So right here, we can start this duration, and how long does it take? Okay, how long is the duration for that particular note? And then over here is the off velocity. So on some tones, when you let off the key, there might be another sound that is triggered, maybe more of an effect, not really an effect, but maybe like just a subtle nuance of it, and you can adjust that there. And remember, that was just on that one view. So that's kind of cool in there. If we wanted to, we can say, you know what, all off, and let's look if there's any pitch bend, which we didn't have any pitch bend, so nothing will show up right there. We can come into the view. We could say, you know what, control change. So if we had any kind of control change stuff that's happening, maybe we made some volume adjustments. Maybe we want to go ahead and add something. So we can come into here and we can say create right there, and we can create an event. Now the event we can do is we can create another note, and we can choose the measure, the beat, the tick, what kind of note type it is, and we can choose event type, so channel aftertouch, poly aftertouch, control change. You see all this, a lot of different cool stuff that we can choose right in here. We go a little bit further, we see pitch bend, so poly aftertouch, channel aftertouch. So we can actually go in there and create a specific event and put it inside the microscope right here. So this can be a lot of fun to go in here. Maybe you use a combination of the two. Maybe you go in there and you go into the microscope and you really fine tune everything that you want. Maybe the particular volumes of your snares or your hi-hats or your bass drums. You just go in there, and then once you have them edited, you can just go ahead and exit out whatever you want. So this is just a real quick way to go in here and take a look at the two types of editing. So remember, all I went ahead and did is I was in my regular pattern screen right here. I chose which one that I wanted to edit, which pattern, And then all I did was I pressed Pattern Utility, and then I went into Edit right here at the top, and then I chose Piano Roll or Microscope. So once again, Piano Roll, get familiar with this. Nice way to see all the different notes. And then the other option is, once again, Edit and Microscope. So in these examples, we just showed you how to do a drum and kind of dig in there. I encourage you to make a basic drum beat and explore the different ways of editing with both of the Piano Roll and the Microscope. So as you can see, using Piano Roll and Microscope are both pretty cool. I encourage you to experiment with both of them and see which one works best for you depending on what musical pattern you have inside your Roland Fantom. All right, you guys take care, and we'll talk to you later.